Hey running friend, I know it's been a while and I just got inspired today to film another video. I also wanted to chat a little bit about kind of why I haven't been putting out more videos and all the craziness that's been going on in life lately, and then also a little bit about burnout with running, creative burnout, and motivation and general feelings of imposter syndrome and stuff like that, because I think it's really important and it's something that holds people back, not just runners, anybody holds them back from going after what they want 100%. So yeah, but for now I am on my midweek long run, and so I thought I would take you with me. This will just be kind of like a vlog day in my life with a little runner chat. So let's get running. I also thought that I would mention where I'm running today, which is on the Buckeye Trail in Cuyahoga Valley National Park. We just moved to the area, which is one of the big things that's been going on lately. And yeah, these trails are super awesome. I was very pleasantly surprised when we moved here. Just finished up the run. I ended up getting a bee sting on the back of my ankle at like 1 mile in. Luckily it didn't bother me too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little stretchy session right now, and then head home, make a smoothie. Yeah, we'll go from there. Hello. Lucy didn't get to come on the run today because she has a boo-boo foot. She hurt herself, I think, on our last long run, the last 20-mile long run we did a few days ago. So she's right here all sad because she didn't get to go on her run this morning. But yeah, so I thought that I would head into the chit-chat part of this little vlog. After this, I'm going to practice some of what I learned in my yoga teacher training class, which I just started. We had our first class last Saturday, so I'm super excited about that. It's something that I've wanted to do for a really, really long time, and I now have the opportunity to do it. So I want to jump into that as like a recovery, but I have a lot of the thoughts in my head right now for what I wanted to talk about for this little chit-chat portion. Yeah, so as far as where I've been lately, we just moved from South Carolina to Ohio. My fiance has always wanted to move back to Ohio. It's where both of our families are from. We kind of had the opportunity to do that. Sorry, Lucy's making lots of noises in the background. No. He got a job up here, and I had to stay down there for a while longer to finish up at my job before I could come. Anyway, we're both up here now, and we are planning and getting ready for our wedding, which is the beginning of October. So really close. It's the beginning of September right now when I'm filming this. So yeah, lots going on. I'm going to be starting teaching Spanish this Friday, so tomorrow, because I'm filming this on a Thursday. That's our first class, and yeah, it's just once a week. It's to like some homeschool students. Anyway, this is going to be really long if I chat about all this stuff. So the point is that there's lots going on, and I haven't been filming any running videos, but I have been running. I have not stopped running. I'm still running. But yeah, so there's a lot of reasons for that besides like just being busy, and so I wanted to talk a little bit about that because I feel like some of these things could maybe be helpful to some of you guys. And so anyway, basically kind of what happened was I started feeling just like not as motivated to run. It's been a really long time since I've had to feel like I've had to force myself to go running. Like it's just become such a habit to me. I wake up, I go running. So it's like not something that I even have to think about. But it was starting to feel a little bit like almost like a sense of dread about going for my runs, which is really sad because I love running and being out on the trails. And so I just kind of had to take a little bit of a step back and like think about that and kind of give myself the opportunity to be like, okay, is this something that I want to keep doing? Because I don't have to keep running. Running is not my entire personality, which is also a big growth point for me because there was a time in my life where running really was like my entire personality, or at least like if I couldn't run, I would feel like I got injured or something. I would like really feel not okay. And so I've just gone through a lot of like inner work and growth at the beginning of this year, and that whole topic it's a whole own separate video, and maybe I'll do that, but I talk a lot about it on a podcast that I was on. It's called Reconnect Radio, and it is the July 28th episode on Spotify, and it's on like Apple, wherever else people listen to podcasts, but I know it's the July 28th episode on Spotify. So if you're interested in hearing more about my like inner growth journey that I went on at the beginning of this year, I do talk about like running and everything, and someone at the end asks a question about fueling for running, so I get to talk about that, which is fun. So check that out if you want to hear more about that. Otherwise, stay tuned on my channel because I'll probably make a video, or at least include it into my videos in the future, because it's like totally changed my life. And yeah, anyway, basically I had to give myself like take a step back and be like, okay, do I want to keep running? I know I love moving my body and being active and being out in nature, but there are other ways to do that. So like giving myself the option to really evaluate if running was something that I wanted to keep doing and that felt good in my body to keep doing. And through that time, I wasn't just going to stop running. I was going to continue on like my schedule and keep my base, because it's always hard to start running again if you stop. You have to build that base back up. But it wasn't like an overnight thing where I was like, oh yes, like I definitely want to keep running and now all my motivation is back. It wasn't like that. But it was something more like slowly over time where I was like and I'm still coming out of it a little bit, just realizing like my values around running and like the reasons that I enjoy it, because in the past running for me was tied up in like a lot of other like complicated things, how my body looked and self-worth and silly things like that running is not a part of. So now that running's not a part of that, it's kind of like I had to figure out where it fell in my priorities and in my life, and did it have a place in my life anymore. And right now I feel like it does. I'm still really enjoying it. We have some really amazing trails right in our backyard, basically where we live now, and there's some really cool races and a cool running community that I'm excited to be a part of around here. So I'm looking forward to continuing running and keeping my base up right now during this busy time, and then amping up some training later on to hopefully do the Mohican 100 next year, which is just a few hours away in Ohio at Mohican State Park, and it's just a really, really beautiful park, so I'm excited about that. And this is going to be a really long chat, I'm sorry. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was just about creating running content in general. Like, I realized that I was kind of missing making running videos. Like, I enjoy making running vlogs and like talking on here and stuff, and I don't know why, I just enjoy it. It's creative, it's fun, but there's like, I have a lot of pressure, I feel like, that I put on myself to make it like aesthetic and do like make sure like it's like optimized or whatever, all the like the YouTube stuff. And like, I learned about that stuff when I was starting this, and I'm glad I did, but it's just, it doesn't really fit with how I want running to be in my life and running content to be in my life. I want it to be more fun and playful and creative. Like, running is not my career, and it's already like something that has to be like kind of rigid and consistent. So I like to make sure it also stays fluid and playful, if that makes any sense. So just like trying to make it like aesthetic, and like running, like it's beautiful, like we have views, we have trails, but like, I don't know, it just kind of feels a little bit like unnecessary work and not authentic to like try to make it like aesthetic. And I really appreciate when people put a lot of work in and make really beautiful videos, and I enjoy watching them, but just for me, like, that's not really what I want my running videos to be about. And so just kind of letting that go as I can go forward in making running content, I think will be really helpful, because I want to do it. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy putting it out there. Maybe people are inspired by it, but it's also just fun for me to do. But I'm glad that like I learned those tools, because something else, another thing that's been taking up so much of my time is creating a platform for my writing. So I also enjoy creative writing. I'm working on a few fantasy fiction novels, and I'm just trying to build up my platform for those things in the future for when I'm ready to publish them, just because, you know, these days having a social media platform for anything that you want to be successful in is like necessary. So those tools really helped me when I was first getting started, and are still helping me work on those things. I have a YouTube channel and an Instagram for my writing stuff. I do more on the Instagram for that. It's a really, really fun community to be a part of. And aesthetics and everything are kind of more important in that aspect, and it is something that I would really like to be a career in the future. So just putting more of that kind of work into that avenue of my creativity is more important, and I just don't really have the like mental capacity to try to make things like aesthetic and optimized and whatever in all like everything that I do. It's too much. It's already a lot. Basically, I am just going to continue to create running vlogs and content that is just raw and authentic, and maybe not super pretty, but whatever. It's for me, it's fun, and I like to record my journey, and hopefully like it inspires some people. Okay, I think that's all that I wanted to chat about. Thanks so much for sticking around for this chat if you did. And let me know if any of these things kind of like rang true for you too, if you relate to any of those things. I'm thinking the next video I want to make is going to be like a week in my life of training, so you can kind of get an overview of like what my training looks like for a full week, because you don't really get a good idea just like one day. So right now I'm in my like maintaining my base phase, so every so often I'll make like a new one of those maybe, so that you can see how it changes over time. Yeah, I am going to drink some more of my smoothie and do some yoga, practice some stuff for my yoga teacher training class, and make some more yummy food and stuff later, so I can show you guys the rest of that as I go through the rest of my day. But thanks for chatting with me. Hi. Want to say hi to the vlog? It is lunchtime and I am eating some leftover curry with hummus on it while I edit a meditation video for my other channel. So yeah, that's what we're doing. It is a different day and I forgot to finish up that vlog, so just thought I would film a little outro now. And yeah, thank you so much for joining along in this little vlog slash chat, and yeah, stick around. We've got some more fun stuff coming up in the future, hopefully. Let me know what you're up to. Are you training for anything? Yeah, let's catch up in the comments.